My name is Maria Vazquez. I'm an associate from Chicago, Illinois, and I have been an associate for 5 years. How I got introduced to the associate relationship is actually through Sister Mary McIsaac. She worked at a parish where I used to work. She was the director of religious education program. I remember going up to her and saying, "Hey, sister, I'm looking for something, spiritual, and I don't know what that means." Time went by, and then all of a sudden, this one day she comes up to me and she said, "Maria, I want you to come to this meeting." And I'm like, "Okay, sister, I'll be there." It was a meeting with other women from the community. It was great because she talked about St. Marguerite. This is the first time in our community that we heard of Sister Marguerite. And we're like, who is she? Then we listened to Sister Mary, and she talked so joyfully and so lovingly of St. Marguerite that we were very intrigued. And we're like, well, we'd like to learn more. One day she's like, "Would you like to become a candidate?" And I'm like, "A candidate for what?" "For associate relationship." And I'm like, what do? They follow the footsteps of St. Marguerite. What intrigued me was the charism of liberating education, because in our community, I've always been interested in helping the families and the youth by providing resources, and I think that's one sense of liberating education. When we read her story about her coming from France to Montreal, coming to a whole new country and learning, how to survive, really. For us women from Chicago in this particular area and community, it's kind of our story, because we came from Mexico, we came from other places to the United States in search of a better life. And that's how the connection was made. As we read more of her story, one of the things I love about her is she was a woman of faith, a woman of compassion, and she was always out there with the people. She wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty. She was helping them to survive in this community that was very new. And her perseverance really, I think I resonated with that, because it almost like a message said, what? With all the challenges going on and stuff in the world, just don't give up. And always be compassionate and understanding to everyone. In our particular group in Chicago, we are 5 women. We actually started 2 years ago a knitting group, just a place for women to gather, to come together, to talk, to pray, and get to know each other. It really has turned into something else, because not only did it empower our associates to become leaders in the community, but in a way it has also touched the women that are coming. We come together, we pray, we have continued formation on St. Marguerite. We also do different, more reflective prayer services, also reflecting on different questions, about St. Marguerite's life and how that impacts our life. We sing. We do like to dance too, so we do that at some of our meetings. And we plan for our groups and what we're interested in terms of volunteer services in our community, and also the associate relationship, how to connect with other associates, because we're in Illinois, but there's associates in the East, there's associates here in Canada, there's associates in Central America. So we've been trying to figure out how to connect with each other, and of course technology really helps. And one of the things I want to show, this little bracelet here, was actually made by associates in Central America, and these were given to the new associates in Illinois. And this is the connection too, and say this is the story here of St. Marguerite, so that connects us to that. The draw would be actually women coming together to make a difference, just like Marguerite did. That sense of loving your neighbor and loving one another, and to do good things for each other. When people show that love and enthusiasm for St. Marguerite, I think it touches other people. We want to impart that joy, and we want to get other people to be curious about St. Marguerite and how it could impact their lives.